we looked at this year, we looked at episode 1 and said it is a pilot. It's basically all the rules have changed. Our kids' looks have changed. We've changed hair, we changed the look on our kids. We brought new characters in to sort of work within the fabric of the show.
Obviously, if we would have taken the show to college, we could have introduced new characters, but mostly college students, maybe a professor here or there. I think jumping ahead allows us to do all sorts of things.
To be honest, we have a great new cast this year. We do. We have a great girl. Her name's Kayla McManus, and she's my editor.
I play Lindsay Strauss. I am Lucas's book editor. So what am I supposed to do, Luke?
We've got an amazing new artist on the show. Kate plays Mia, and you look at her and she just has this edge and this glow to her as a person that makes you gravitate toward her, but she gets on camera and starts singing and you could just fall over. You love her immediately.
This season, Mia really starts out as this quiet, timid girl who's just terrified of pretty much everything. And then as she kind of gains confidence and she starts to, recognize that people really believe in her, she really comes out of her shell a lot.
The character I played, Jason, he's trying to be a rock star guy. I think he's a little bit self-absorbed. He doesn't like to really take any crap from anybody.
I have a horrendously bitchy CEO who runs my company.
Daphne Zuniga will be on the show, running Brooks' company, Close Over Bros.
Victoria is the CEO and mastermind and primary handler of a multi-million-dollar fashion company.
She is bullheaded and Brooke is stubborn. And there's a lot of sort of head bashing going on.
Victoria is very precise, mentally, and she's very methodical, and she's very focused.
She's not your friend. She's an employee.
And we have Millicent, who's Brooke's assistant, who's, sort of reminds me of Mouth, sort of the female Mouth in a way.
Millicent is a very quiet, hard-working, sweet girl who really loves her job and loves to please everybody.
Not the New York Knicks, you goof. The Knicks. Nick Lachey, Nick Zano, Nick Reed, whoever. And tell Victoria to wait for me in the limo.
She's not gonna like that.
Well, she works for me.
She's this very cute girl who's kind of quirky and is, sort of gets dumped on because she's the assistant, and she and Mouth sort of are kindred spirits because they've taken a lot of stuff from their bosses.
The character that I play is Alice.
He has a firecracker for a boss, and she's quite a character.
She kind of says everything that you want to say to people, but you censor yourself. No, she doesn't censor herself. She just says it.
And we also have Owen, the bartender, who winds up getting into relationships with some of our girls. I don't want to give too much away yet because I don't want to ruin it, even though it's probably all over the internet already.
I can't give away too much right now, but I can tell you that Owen's got a past. Owen's got a history. So I think a lot of the characters in Tree Hill have, something. They're complicated. Something else happened to them, and I think, Owen's no exception.
We'll meet a new Ravens basketball player, Quentin. Played by Robbie Jones, and he's a really great actor. He's a great kid, and he's a really wonderful basketball player.
Quentin is an interesting guy. He's a very cocky, arrogant kind of character. He's basically NBA bound in his own mind, and nobody can tell him anything.
My character is Carrie, and she comes on as the nanny for Nathan and Haley's kid, Jamie. She's, a very overzealous nanny, very peppy, and it's a very interesting character to play.
When we knew we were going to have to find an actor to play Jamie, and the pressure's on. I mean, it's Nathan and Haley's son. It's, the kid has to be cute, he has to be smart, he has to be funny.
He's great. He's really fun. He's got a really light heart. He's really funny.
I feel like we got really lucky with Jackson because he's such a great kid and he's got so much energy.
He's such a boy, and that's great because, he's James's kid, who is such a boy. So it's fun to watch them interact.
But it's wild because the camera starts rolling, and sometimes the things that come out of his mouth just melt your heart. He can make you smile or he can break you in a sentence.
He knows his lines, he knows my lines. Sometimes I have to hit him up for help with my lines because he knows them. He's got it down.
What's interesting to me is he makes all the actors better in their scenes.
Everybody who's come in here has fantastic energy and they're playing their characters so well. We've got great actors and they're all really good people.
You know what the great thing about the show is? We got the characters that you fell in love with for the last 4 years, but they're back 4 years ahead, so their lives are a lot more interesting and a lot more complicated. And we've added new characters that will sort of enhance the storylines and add for more complications.
It's adding a lot to our cast and to the spice of the show. I think people are going to be really happy.